Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Hope you are always doing so very fine at home. Stay healthy everyone. So today we have another session of English. And our topic of the day, it is about expressing conditional sentences. But before that, I would like to ask you and give you a spirit about how to create your day, how to make your day. So you just let's have fun and say our slogan as usual. What it is? It is close, affectionate, and attentive. Yes, yes, yes. Or in bahasa dekat, dede, and imut. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so hope you have your energy to learn English today. So let's just begin. This is our topic of the day, expressing conditional sentences. What is that? I bet you know about something that you imagine. Now you imagine something. It is, you are creating your conditional things. So, kind of when you would like to say in bahasa berandai-andai atau pengandaian. This one is the word that kind of a magic word will help you to say conditional thing or imaginary thing in your sentences. Just use these two letters, I and F. If. So, if when you say in bahasa, it could be seandainya, jika, ibarat, coba ya, kalau begini ya, seandainya ya, just like that. So it's pretty much simple. So before I'm going to talk further about this formula, how to say and how to pick which formula you would like to choose, take a look this one. This is kind of an old song, and I found a sentence about conditional thing. But if I let you go, I will never know, kind of like that, the rhyme of the song. So you will see this one. Seandainya, if I let you go, saya membiarkan kamu pergi, I will never know, I will never know, saya nggak akan pernah tahu. That's pengandaian. If, there we found if in that sentence. And then again, this one, the second example, if we find about the lyric of the song, you just need to see the conditional thing in these sentences. This is from Beyonce, and the title is If I Were a Boy, like that. If I were a boy, seandainya saya laki-laki. Wow, can you imagine that? Seandainya saya laki-laki. I think I could understand. So that's pengandaian. We use if in that case. See this one again. What is pengandaian? What is conditional sentence? If you see from the both sentence, like I told you at the slide before, so the first one, if I let you go, I will never know. Why it's supposed to be conditional? Because it's kind of, you need to prepare the real condition and the imaginary thing. And then again, I will put the word if close in this sentence. You will see there are two sentences in one couple of sentence, kind of like that. The first sentence, you might say it is as an if clause. Why it's supposed to be if clause? Kenapa dinamakan if clause? Ada if-nya tuh, ada di depan ada if-nya, if. Kenapa dinamakan clause? Karena terdiri dari minimum subjek dan verb. Nah, itulah clause. And then again, ada juga main clause, the second part. Bagian keduanya ada main clause, atau disebut juga result. Berdasarkan kondisi yang disebutkan tadi, maka resultnya seperti ini. So it's kind of this is how I describe the things as a part in a sentence. Kita lihat lagi ya, like this one. Wow, it's too much. I guess so. I hope you could see this four formula is pretty much simple. Sebetulnya ditempatkannya sangat simple ya, and I eliminate subject here. Ibu sengaja hapuskan subjeknya agar tidak menambah panjang dari rumus tersebut. So, if you know or if you would like to say kind of conditional thing, you do really need to remember if clause and main clause and four formulas. Four formulas, kind of zero or type conditional or zero conditional. It could be said as type 0 and then first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. Type 1, type 2, type 3. Many people always easily to remember with this word type 0, type 1, type 2, type 3. And the first thing about type 0 or conditional or zero conditional, you just see this formula. You can find present and present. It's all together in one sentence and they always go together, and we just need to put comma between them. If verb 1 as or as and followed by verb 1 as or as again, so we need to put comma in the middle. And then the second one, you could see to make you easy to memorize the formula, just see this one, the type 1 or the second conditional or the first conditional, the first conditional and type 1, it's just present and future. You could find the present first and then the future, and then the type 2 or second conditional, you could find past simple and then would and then verb 1. It could be changed by would or should or could and then followed by verb 1. And then the last thing about that is the third conditional, type 3. The formula is if, and then you can follow by subject and then had and then verb 3. And the next at the right side, you could find the sentence which has the formula would, should, could, and don't forget take have and then followed by verb 3. See, this is just 4 of it. I do really hope you remember this one. The way too easy to make it remember in your mind, you just put verb 1 and then verb 1 too. And the second one, verb 1 and then will, verb 1, and then again verb 2 and then would, verb 1, and then had, verb 3, and then at the right side have, would have, verb 3, just like that. So I put the red color in this to make you easy to memorize all the things about the formula of it. But let's just see another example in a sentences. Like for zero conditional or generally true. Why should I put this one? Generally true. For this case, if you want to use, actually, I give you 4 formula. You need to pick which one formula that really appropriate for you to use when you utter something, when you utter your sentence. Ketika kita mengucapkan kalimat, kita harus menyesuaikan atau memilih dari 4 itu yang mau kita ucapkan pengandaiannya yang mana. Tapi lihat dulu kondisinya. Kita kondisinya lagi ingin mengatakan pengandaian yang mana? Apakah kondisi type ke-1, kedua, ketiga, atau yang zero? Let's see. Zero conditional itu untuk menyatakan generally true something about fact or like scientific fact. Could be, for example, see this one. Rumusnya bisa dilihat di atas ya. You can see the formula above there. If you leave ice in the sun, leave verb 1. Jangan lupa if-nya di depan. And then followed by comma and then it melts. Melts-nya juga masih present simple. Verb 1 diikuti S or ES. So take a look. If you leave ice in the sun, kalau kita tinggalin es di bawah sinar matahari, it melts, bakalan meleleh kan ya. So it kind of showing that it is scientific fact. Jadi penggunaan zero conditional untuk present digandengi dengan present, it's showing about a generally true or the fact or scientific fact. The second one, if you stand in the rain, you get wet. The stand, verb 1. Get, verb 1, present and present. It is conditional or zero conditional. The third, if you keep milk in the fridge, it lasts longer. If you keep verb 1, last verb 1. Don't forget, put S after the subject he, she, it for present simple. If you put water in the freezer, put verb 1 and then it becomes ice, becomes verb 1 plus S. So it just relate into how you memorize between the tenses, and it supposed to be combined with other tense, with other tense, like the first tense is present and the second one is present again. That's zero conditional. Don't forget to use zero conditional. Remember that you need to think about the statement is about the fact, and it is about science facts could be, or generally true. And then again, next, first conditional. For the first conditional, you might probably always saying this like you have something that you really want and it will happen someday, and you say your pengandaian, your condition, and then it could be or probably happen in the next future, which means I put the thing like this, possible situation in the future. It means when you say this thing, it probably happened. Take a look this one. If it rains, we will cancel the trip. If it rains, seandainya hujan, kita bakalan batalin ya pikniknya, kind of like that. And then again, we could change between these two sentences, the first sentence and the second one. We can put whether it is at the end or at the beginning, just erase the comma. Kalau mau dibolak-balik antara condition and result, antara if it rains kita simpan di belakang, kemudian we will cancel the trip kita simpan di depan, boleh-boleh saja. It could be, why not? Just erase or eliminate the comma. But don't forget, if it's supposed to be come with the first condition. Then again, if-nya jangan sampai ketinggalan ya kalau dibolak-balik seperti itu. And then again this one, another example for first conditional, kan gandengannya tadi present simple and followed by future simple. Present simple verb 1, future simple will verb 1. So you could see this combination like if I see John, see present simple verb 1. Won't tell him about the surprise. Won't itu will not, want itu will not. So will not itu future simple. So it's supposed to be like associate one to another, bergandengan ya. Jika saya lihat John, saya nggak akan kasih tahu dia tentang kejutannya. So pengandaiannya ada kata if-nya, present simple-nya diletakkan I see John, kemudian followed by future simple, I will not tell him about the surprise. Kind of like that. I won't tell, it is future simple. I will not tell. And then again, there are so many sentences. For example, in here, if the last thing in this slide, if he doesn't arrive soon, we will leave without him. If he doesn't is present simple, digandengi oleh kalimat keduanya future simple. So it is about the first conditional. Jangan lupa gandengannya. Kalau yang zero tadi gandengannya adalah present dengan present. Kalau yang ini present dengan future. Jangan lupa if-nya harus diletakkan pada present. So we may change this, or we may put this on the contrary, like the first sentence into the second one, and the second one we put it into the first one. Boleh dibolak-balik, like the first one, I will not tell him about the surprise. Yang contoh ke satu, I will not tell him about the surprise if I see John. Boleh dibolak-balik with a note dengan catatan erase or eliminate the comma, hilangkan komanya. Boleh diputar balik kalimatnya asal komanya dihilangkan. Cannot like that. And don't forget, for the first conditional, we use these sentences kalau kita berandai-andai menggunakan first conditional, it means berarti itu menunjukkan prediction. Ini contohnya yang 4 ini. Prediction about something that will happen in the future. Kemudian ada lagi, the first conditional is common when we are talking about possible plan. Oh, tadi sudah kan possible plan. Kalau di sini contohnya, if I go to Italy next week for work, I will visit the Colosseum. Itu contoh dari possible plan. First conditional juga digunakan for promises. For example, if I have time tomorrow, I will help you. Oke, itu promises. Jangan lupa present dengan future gandengannya. If you touch that wire, you will get an electric shock. Nah, itu menunjukkan dari kata warning. Yeah, it's kind of warning, peringatan ya. Then again, threat, like if you eat many chocolate, you will sleep outside with the dog. Oh, how cruel is that? Okay, just ignore it. And then again, for persuading someone, persuade. Apa itu persuade? Ya, the last sentence is the example of persuading someone. Like this one, if you drive us to the concert, I will pay for the parking. So it's kind of persuading someone. So banyak penggunaannya ya for first conditional. There are the thing like for possible plan, promises, warning, threat, or persuading someone. Then again, this is the type of second type. The second type, it is about unreal present. What is that? Kalau tadi yang first type, yang first condition atau type 1, itu kan possible plan. Kemungkinan terjadi ketika kita berandai-andai. Ketika kita mengucapkan pengandaian yang tadi itu, ini kemungkinan terjadi. But this one is different. It is unreal present. We say something about that condition. Kita mengucapkan pengandaian saat ini, ucapannya saat ini, but it is not real. It will not happen, or it cannot be happen, or improbable. Like namanya juga unreal present. Unreal present show that sekarang tidak nyata. Cannot like that. See? Sekarang tidak nyata. When you see this picture, it might help you to interpret how to comprehend this situation. If I got a cold, katanya kalau saya kok kalau ngerasa kedinginan ya, what can I do? Kalau saya like kedinginan, or in Indonesia kind of masuk angin, or kind of like that ya. If I were you, and then the doctor said, if I were you, I would go to the doctor. Kalau saya jadi kamu, saya akan pergi ke dokter. So this one is not real condition because the girl didn't go to the doctor at the time she's saying the sentences, or the doctor give advice, but the girl didn't go to the doctor. So remember the formula I put here above there. If followed by subject and then verb to. If there is no verb to, you could put were and then followed by future simple. Would, should, could, verb 1. So it is not will, shall, cannot. It is would, should, could. But exactly we follow by the modal auxiliary. We follow the modal auxiliary by verb 1. Jadi rumusnya ini a little bit tricky because you will see in the left side we find past simple, in the right side we find verb 1 after modal auxiliary would, should, and could. This is the formula. And what is that for? Kita berandai-andai lagi nih sekarang, tapi tidak nyata. Like this picture. If I ate everything, I would get fat. Ate is the second verb. Ate. From the word of eat, makan, eat, and then ate, and then eaten. Verb 3-nya eaten ya. Kalau di sini kita pakai rumus yang verb kedua. It's kind of ate. Verb keduanya. And then again, ada lanjutan kalimatnya would, should dengan verb satunya diletakkan pada sesudahnya. If I ate everything, I would. Odd. Itu disingkat di abbreviation, so it makes into abbreviation. Odd. I would get fat. Getnya verb ke-1. It is clear so far? I hope so. And then again, this is another example of the second conditional of type 2. Like if I were rich. If I were rich. Karena nggak ada verb kedua, kita gantikan ketiadaan kata kerjanya dengan to be. To be-nya kita ambil were. If I were rich, I would buy a big house. If I were rich, I would buy a big house. So, is it a real one? No, it's not. It is not a real one. As I say, for the second conditional, we say something about conditional sentence that is not real. It's just imaginary thing. It is just unreal present. Sekarang tidak nyata. Another example like, if I didn't learn online, if I didn't learn, didn't-nya itu kan past simple ya. If I didn't learn online, I would study here at school. Coba ya kalau saya nggak belajar online, saya pastilah sekarang lagi belajar di sekolah. Kind of like that. So it is not real. Now it's not real. So one thing I should put you into attention, like we need to use a word if there is no second verb for all the subject. Boleh semua subjek kita gunakan were kalau tidak ada verb kedua. In past simple thing, kalau belajar past simple about past thing, we differ about was and were. Was untuk subjek yang mana, were untuk subjek yang mana. But in this case, we may put were for all the subject. Kita boleh tempatkan were untuk semua subjek. Untuk case yang ini. Kalau kita berandai-andai. So, if I were you, ada kalimat seperti ini ya, for this conditional. If I were you, kalau saya jadi kamu, if I were you, I wouldn't eat that. Saya nggak akan makan itu. If I were you, bukan saya kamu, tapi jika saya jadi kamu, cannot like that. Meaning, if you would like to give an advice, kalau mau kasih nasihat, you imagine yourself in the position or situation of the other person, kind of like that. So, if I were you, you imagine yourself and put yourself into other position. And this one is the example of if I were you, or second conditional, or type 2, kind of like that. If I were you, I would study more. If I were you, I wouldn't do that. And then you can change or interchange the sentence from the second one into the first one, and the first one into the second one. Just eliminate the comma as usual. So, then again, what if I want to create or put was, not were? It might possible, but for imaginary thing, untuk hal yang pengandaian, we put were. But in this case, you may put was if the sentence or the utterance we say indicate showing an indicative mood, which means it is stating about the fact. Contohnya di sini, stating about the fact. If I was sick, she would give me medicine that tastes terrible. Whenever I sick, it could be like that ya. Whenever I sick, she would give me medicine that tastes terrible. Kapanpun saya sakit, dia selalu memberikan obat untuk mengobatinya, atau memberikan obat that tastes terrible, rasanya pahit gitu ya. And it's showing about the fact. Whenever I sick. If we change if into whenever, we could put was in that case. But for the things about conditional thing, we need to put were for all the subject. Okay? This one is, of course, it's showing about not real thing, right? Like subjunctive mood, not real thing. If I were sick, I wouldn't be here right now. If I were sick, if I were you, if I were you. So, remember, just we need to differ between was and were in this case. Just take were. I suggest you for this conditional thing for all the subject. See this one again, still second conditional or type 2. See this one? I take you into the lyric of the song like, if I got luck away and we lost. Which one? Oh, I lost it. Okay, just wait. I'm going back. If I got luck away and we lost it all day, tell me honestly, would you still love me the same? Kind of like that. So you could find in this one. So if I got this, that's the second conditional. Got verb kedua digandengi dengan would you still love me. Would dengan love itu masuknya kategori the second formula of the second condition. Jadi bergandengan ya, past simple dengan future past simple. So take a look again. Things about type 3. Type 3, it's still unreal thing. Unreal kind of what? It is unreal in the past. Unreal in the past. To make this learning faster, I would like to see this slide. If you had studied hard, you wouldn't have failed your exam. So the formula is you could find if followed by subject and then had and verb 3, and then at the right side it could be followed with the other sentences would, should, could, and have and verb 3. See this one? It just like the game. So playing the game, you put the sentence like in order as the formula it is. If you had studied, had and studied, it is included into like in formula. You can see had followed by verb 3, and then wouldn't have fail as the formula sesuai dengan rumus. Would ada, have ada, verb 3. Kebetulan di situ kalimatnya negatif, tidak apa-apa, tambahkan saja notnya sesudah would, wouldn't. Seandainya kamu sudah belajar dengan giat, seandainya coba ya, jika kamu belajar giat gitu ya, you wouldn't have failed your exam. Kamu gak bakalan gagal gini nih ujiannya. And then again, see this one? I'm so sorry I wouldn't have been on time if the traffic hadn't been so bad. Maaf ya, saya gak bakalan telat kayak gini nih kalau trafficnya nggak macet gitu ya. So this is the example of the third conditional. Okay. Then again, which one? If I had gone to the beach, I would have made sand castles, kind of like that. Coba ya kalau saya pergi ke pantai ya, itu lagi ngelamun kan gambarnya ya. Coba kalau saya pergi ke pantai ya, saya pastilah sekarang bakalan lagi atau sudah bangun istana pasir, kind of like that. Is the hope this session will be clear enough for you. Even I put the short term at the last session, but be grateful today that you still can follow this session because you are healthy at home, right? So take your spirit, cheer up, and that's all. Hope this is very useful. Have a great day. Don't forget the cut, the image. Yes. Have a great day, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.